And they're off. That first timer inside Digs and Diamonds was slow to begin. From in between horses, Red Sunshine has speed. Then 9 Crowns as expected right there, along with Missy Piggy. The favorite, Kooky Berry, has got a couple lengths to make up, but is closing in on those front markers early. Outside of that one comes Hot Charlotte. At the tail of the field is the debuting Digs and Diamonds. And Missy Piggy and Kelsey Hard dictate terms here and lead it by a couple lengths. In second is Kooky Berry, the hot favorite. Then it's I'm Blue 2. Gap of 4 back to Hot Charlotte. Inside of that one comes Grace Olace. Top of the Canterbury stretch they come. And Missy Piggy has the lead from I'm Blue 2. Who's pressing on that one. And here comes I'm Blue 2 to Missy Piggy. Missy Piggy digging in, trying to hold off I'm Blue 2. Missy Piggy, I'm Blue 2. Missy Piggy. And they're off. The field came off to a perfect dispatch. From in between horses, Stability is first to show speed. Now Haya intensifies that early pace. Behind that one comes Mongolian Apple. And right behind that one is Bubba Bob. The last horse away is Star Mission as they run by the judges. And Alonso Quinones and Haya have opened up a quick 5-length lead. Stability, one of the favorites, is chasing inside, saving ground. Mongolian Apple right there shading that one. Then we have 3 more lengths back to Dominus to come. Gap of 2 to Bubba Bob. After Bubba Bob is Mr. Cougar. Mr. Cougar shaded by Happy Dancer. Then we go back a couple lengths to Line to Gain, who's got 10 to make up. Outside of that one is Rejection Hurts. Rejection Hurts would have to make up 12 lengths to win. And Long Shot Calzone chasing from 15 lengths behind. They went a speedy half mile in 45 and 4. And Haya, the long shot at 12-1 leads by a diminishing neck. Mongolian Apple is charging after that one. Stability kind of spinning the wheels in third, getting a good trip. From the back of the pack, Line to Gain catches the eye, but just got steadied inside. Bubba Bob is outside of that one as they bend around that turn, and Haya has the lead, but for how long? Haya chased by Mongolian Apple. Line to Gain continues to make up that steady ground, and Line to Gain is charging up the inside. Line to Gain, and here's Mr. Cougar. Mr. Cougar and Kelsey Har in the mix, but Line to Gain got that inside run, and Line to Gain goes boom. And they're off. A slow beginning for Icy Will Burn Ya and Texas Twinkies. As expected, the favorite, Ghost of Genevieve. Speed is her weapon, and she jumps out to a quick 2-length lead. Chocolate Freckles tries to sprint with that one. Behind that is Pat's Gal. Outside of that one is Bet Your Assets. 5 lengths back to Icy Will Burn Ya. Then it's Dixie Girl 2, Holy Image. And at the far tail of the field comes Maiden Rock and Texas Twinkies. They're very well spread out. 14 lengths from front to back, 22 and 2 for the opening quarter. And the significant favorite, Ghost of Genevieve, is winging it on the front end and leading it by an expanding 4 lengths from the long shot, Chocolate Freckles. Pat's Gale scraping paint to the inside has got 6 to make up. Bet Your Assets is being shaken up and trying to keep up from 7 lengths behind, and it's a big gap of 8 more lengths. Back to the gray, Dixie Girl 2. Outside of that one is Icy Will Burn Ya. Top of the Canterbury stretch. And Ghost of Genevieve is trying to disappear into the Shakopee night as they charge down that Canterbury stretch. And Ghost of Genevieve making it look easy out here. Ghost of Genevieve by 8 lengths. As she sprints to the wire, it's going to be close for the exotics, but there's no doubt the Ghost was too good. they're off. A Rose and Wine caught a flyer, and out she goes to the lead, joined by Noel's Angel and Savona through from the inside. Then it's back to Swanage. Criminal Record getting a good trip from 4 lengths out of it. And the last horse away is Kira Fever. And as expected, the pace battle is intense with Noel's Angel and A Rose and Wine, who's the 1-2 favorite. Savona tracking coyly from third. Criminal Record's got those 4 lengths to make up. Then we come back to Swanage on the inside, 6 feet apart. Has got some traffic to negotiate. Then it's Oh Babe, top of the Canterbury stretch, and Noel's Angel has shifted away and leads it by a couple lengths. Noel's Angel is 30-1 and leads by 3. Here comes Criminal Record to the outside as they have a 16th of a mile to go in the long shot. Noel's Angel trying to pull off a big one. Noel's Angel, no one's coming. Noel's Angel gonna get there at 30-1. Boom again. And they're off. Inside, Hot as a Pistol broke a little tardily. Maisie with that patented early speed, and Erica Murray with Maisie wants the front, and they'll get it, and they'll get it comfortably by a couple. Unrivaled Queen is into second. Then we come back to Taking Charge Desi. Outside of that one is Lady Astrid. Up the inside comes Hot as a Pistol, and at the back of the pack, conspicuous is the favorite, Free Britney. The long shot, Maisie, through a very fast opening quarter mile, going 22 flat, leads it by 4 lengths. Unrivaled Queen is chasing that one. Hot as a Pistol has 5 to make up. Lady Astrid now has closed within 6. Shuffling back is Taking Charge Desi, and now the favorite Free Britney starting to unwind. Free Britney still got 8 lengths to keep that winning streak alive as they bend around the turn, and Maisie trying to take them flag fall to that's all. Maisie at 11-1 leads it by 2. Unrivaled Queen has tried to go by that one, but still hasn't gotten there. Then we come back to Hot as a Pistol and Free Britney on the grandstand side, and they charge down that Canterbury stretch. Hot as a Pistol to a short lead. Here comes Free Britney and Harry Hernandez stampeding down the outside. Hot as a Pistol, Free Britney, Hot as a Pistol, Free Britney. Oops, she did it again. Free Britney. 3 in a row. And they're off. Fast start for Cream Puff Reaper. From in between horses comes Crescent's Little Charm. The favorite, Shy was shy in the early stages and has 3 lengths to make up. Tactical Express is right there, as is Aunt Gwen's. That firster has come out running and in just 2 lengths off the lead. A big gap of 7 now, back to 2 Practical. Outside of that one is Yoda Glitz as they speed into that far turn, and Crescen's Lil Charm clings to a lead of just a neck from Aunt Gwen's. Shy is tracking those 2 coyly from 3rd. Tactical Express is in 4th. The others have got a lot of work to do. Crescen's Lil Charm with that race experience has the lead by 2 lengths. Shy is out after that one, and they charge down that Canterbury stretch, and Crescen's Lil Charm is still there. Crescen's Lil Charm hanging on gamely. Crescen's Lil Charm from Shy. A late run from 2 Practical. Crescen's Lil Charm, Shy. Crescen's Lil Charm, Shy. Too close. Photo. Their off-field came off to a perfect dispatch, led by Gentleman's Secret, who bounces right out to that early lead, joined by Miami Crockett. Inside is Hightail Cowboy, and the last horse away is Gainer. Gentleman's Secret and Constantino Roman make that killer crossover and open up the lead to 2.5. Hightail Cowboy and Harry out there to chase that one. Then we come back to in between horses, Miami Crockett. Outside of that one is Hi-Ho Cheerio. Sign of the Cross is next. In between horses comes Mark the Moose. Inside is the Philly Royal Bonus. And still nothing from Gainer. And Gentleman's Secret is winning it and winging it on the front end by 6. Hightail Cowboy is chasing that one, as is Hi-Ho Cheerio. And from the back comes Sign of the Cross, top of the Canterbury stretch. And Gentleman's Secret at 7-1 is looking to put a long shot score on the board and leads it now by 5. Mark the Moose out after that one. Outside is Sign of the Cross, but into the final football field. Flag fall to That's All. Gentleman's Secret. Impressive indeed. They're off. Stumble there. Stumble by Bailout Keela. In between horses goes Chaparita, joined by Spoiled Brat with those new blinkers, and in between comes the favorite Miss Mac. In between horses, Perfect Moon, a recovering now Bailout Keela. Inside is Northern Charmer. Then way back is Give 'em Shade, and Finn's a Cat. Sees them all. They bend into that far turn, and the hot favorite, Ms. Mac has company, and that company is Spoiled Brat, the favorite, and the long shot dueling. Chaparita getting the dream trip from 3rd, along with Perfect Moon. And then we come back 3 lengths to Diamond Missy. Inside of that one comes Northern Charmer. The others have got a lot of work to do, as Spoiled Brat trying to spoil the party for the favorite bettors on Miss Mac, who's clinging to that one. On the outside comes Chaparita. Long shot chance for Perfect Moon, who catches the eye, top of the Canterbury stretch. And here's Miss Mac to take the lead away from Spoiled Brat. Chaparita is charging on the grandstand side, and they run down that Canterbury stretch. And Ms. Mac unwavering here, having that lead by a length. Chaparita closing and trying to get that horse on the wire, but Ms. Mac is too good. Mac scores. Their off-field came off to a perfect dispatch. Not a Dance was first into stride, joined by the Big Gray, Drew Breeze. Outside comes Quarantino Bambino. Then we come to the far outside to Silent Sailor. Up the inside comes Eyes flying by. The last couple of horses in line at the back of the pack are My Casey, JJ, and Wild Time. It's Direct Action who has the lead from Quarantina Bambino. The Bambino has cut the lead to a length. Drew Breeze is stalking from third. Outside comes Silent Sailor. Then we're at Eyes Flying By, who's got 5 to make up. Water to Wine has got 8 to make up. Then we go back 5 more lengths to Not a Dance and Wild Time. Direct Action has the lead from Quarantina Bambino. The favorite, Drew Breeze, is now being asked a question, and he's moved to the outside as they hit the top of the Canterbury stretch. And Direct Action is still there. Direct Action by an open 4 lengths. Shifting there was Eyes Flying By. Drew Breeze trying to close in there. Into the final football field they go, and Direct Action keeps finding more. Direct Action all the way on the front. Good ride by Alfredo Barejas. Direct Action in front. In the gate, and they're off. Field came off to a perfect dispatch. The favorite, Relentless Legacy, is showing speed. Relentless Babe to the inside. Outside comes Western Reserve. Then it's the gray, My Owner's Broke. It's still Relentless Legacy pounding away with the lead from Relentless Babe and Western Reserve. Relentless Legacy digging in, hanging on. Relentless Legacy wins the Cash Caravan. And they're off. Relentless Mini came out sharp. So did Comeback Darling. Outside comes Valiant Speed. Then it's the gray Avery's Treasure. Far outside is Sugar Rush. Comeback Darling joined by Avery's Treasure. Comeback Darling just gonna get there. And they're off. Beep, beep, rev, rev. Flew out of that gate. EOS Whiskey Girl had a little traffic inside, joined by Ms. Streak and Eyes. Outside comes Relentless Flash. Beep, beep, rev, rev. Doing her thing on the lead, leading you by 2. Outside is Relentless Flash, trying to get that one late, but it's way too much of beep, beep, rev, rev to win the Minnesota Quarter Horse. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Canterbury Park here in Shakopee, Minnesota, where the main track today starts listed as sloppy and the turf course is listed at yielding. We have a carryover in excess of $32,000 into the post-time pick 4, which starts in race 1. If you'll get your programs handy, we'll go over the changes on tonight's 13 race closing card. In race 1, scratch the 8, Anna. Race 1, take out the 8. And again, that starts the post-time pick 4. Carryover in excess of $32,000. It also starts in all-turf pick 5. Second half of the daily double, race number 2. Take out the 7, Happy Hour Bobby. Race 2, scratch 7. Race 3, no changes. Race 3, free and clear, no changes. We also have a pick 4 that starts in race 4. Starting that pick 4 with some scratches. In race 4, take out the 7, Prestigiously Wild, the 14, Stomping Moon, the 15, War Rascal, and the 16, Rockin' Boots. Make the jockey Daler Barrios Lopez on number 4. The Bug Boy on the 4, scratch 7, 14, 15, and 16 in the 4th. On to race number 5. A singular scratch in the 5th race, Yo Dog. Take out the 2, Yo Dog, in the 5th. Additional work for the number 5 horse of 4 furlongs and 49.14. Up to race 6 we go. Take out the 4, Jamaica Mistaka. Race 6, scratch the 4. Up to race number 7. Scratch the 10, Extreme Mayhem, the 14, King of the Kids, 15, War Chest, 16, Niles Channel. Make the jockey Eduardo Gallardo on the 13. Scratch 10, 14, 15, and 16. Put the 13 in with Eduardo Gallardo. Up to race number 8. One of 2 stakes races on the card. Take out the 3, Sir Wellington. Race 8, scratch 3. Race 9 has no changes. Race 9, free and clear. On to race number 10. Race 10, take out the 9, Bayou Benny. Race 10, scratch 9. An additional workout for the 5 in that 10th race, 3 furlongs. 36.9 breezing. Race 11 is free and clear of changes. Race 11 offers no changes. The late daily double, and I mean the latest of late for the 2023 season. Final 2 races of the year. Race 12, scratch 2, 4, and 13. Got Ghosted, West Dakota, Army Kid. 2, 4, and 13 out of race 12. And the last scratch of the year, in race number 13, take out the 7, Color Me Legendary. Race 13, scratch 7. Up next, everything important right here at Canterbury Park with Jeff Madej and Angela Herman.
Well, thank you, Kevin Gore. Jeff Madej here with Angela Herman. We've got a great card tonight. 13 races, 5 of them on the turf. That makes up our all-turf pick 5, and we've got 8 on the dirt. But, Angela, the most exciting part of the night is that there's a $32,000 pick 4 carryover.
Exactly. There were bombs away on Wednesday, especially in the early part of the card. We had a 27-1 shot. We had a 30-1 shot. That prompted $32,000 already in that carryover into the post-time pick 4. Now, it starts in the first. It's a 10% takeout wager. It's a 50-cent minimum. And it is not the only 50-cent wager or pick 5, pick 4 throughout the card. There's plenty of horizontal options throughout the way.
Let's take a quick look at the jockey and trainer standings in the thoroughbred division. Pretty much over. At least as far as the trainer goes. Now, the jockey race is still contentious.
Yes, this one is very contentious. And as you mentioned right before we started talking, these two have a lot of mounts tonight. They had mounts in every single race. Now, Gallardo's also picked one up today as well, but they're going to take it right down to the line. And sometimes that happens with the trainers. It's been a reversal. This year, the riders have made it a very, very close race right up until the end. But as you alluded to before, the trainers race, not as close.
No, Joel Burnt has got a comfortable lead. He will be the leading trainer for the meet, and we will celebrate that after the 6th race. Here you can see it now, 52-29. Burnt over Robertson. Both those guys have kind of ding-dong back and forth, and in fact, they tied for honors last year.
Right.
So, it was a very, very good meet for Joel.
Indeed.
Now, let's go back to those wagering options. The All-Turf Pick 5 starts in race 1. 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7. Those are the turf races. That's where that 50-cent pick 5 with a 10% takeout starts. Now, the post-time pick 4, that's your carryover, $32,000. Couple $100,000 likely to be wagered into that pool. You've got to get in, and it's got a 10% takeout, almost nothing.
Well, right, and if you already looked at these, I mean, there's 3 turf races in there. You might as well take a look at that all-turf pick 5. But if turf racing isn't your thing, you want to go with the more traditional pick 5, which is also 10% takeout. We got a lot of them, 3, 6, and 9. And remember, there's going to be pick 4s sprinkled in through the way, too. None with a $32,000 carryover starting with it, though, at least for right now. So make sure you get your homework done quick because you have 37 minutes to bet the post-time pick 4.
Let's go after that thing. The Tom Metzen HBPA Sprint. There will be a big favorite in there by the name of Dr. Oscar.
Yeah, there should be. Dr. Oscar is coming in with quite the resume this year, hasn't he? A couple triple-digit buyers over Canterbury's main track. He just took home the Sprint Championship very, very impressively last week, and he comes back to put a cherry on top for his season, in theory, with the HBPA Sprint. That's upcoming in the 8th, but there's more stakes racing coming right after that in the next race in the 9th.
There's Dr. Oscar.
There he is.
Now, does that 7-day, 6-day rest worry you at all, or is he just too good?
I think he's just in his zone right now. I mean, you can't ask him, hey, buddy, how you feeling? I mean, we can't do that. We just got to let him show us, but he hasn't slowed down yet this season. I wouldn't anticipate that today would be that day.
The Shakopee Juvenile, that's race number 9. It's 6 furlongs. It's for 2-year-olds. It's a $50,000 purse. The winner last year was a horse named Two Phils.
I'd heard of him, yeah.
You might have heard of him. You might have watched him run second in the Kentucky Derby, thus making the Shakopee Juvenile, some might say, a Kentucky Derby prep race.
Very much so. We don't have as much in the field this year. We just don't have as many. But there's a couple from the Mac Robertson stable that I think kind of hold the cards in there. There's a filly, who he's had very good success with fillies in that race in the past, and the colt on the inside, Bourbon Aficionado. I might be leaning one way or the other in there, but we'll find out as we go over the 9th. A couple of stakes right in the meat of the card.
You know, until Two Phils won last year, Mac Robertson had won that race 5 consecutive years. So it's something that Mac has really had control of. He's got 2 horses in here that both look pretty good. Both will take some money. Interested to see what you have, because I'm going to have, after hitting this pick 4 that starts in race 1 with a $32,000 carryover, I'm going to have a healthy bankroll.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have some ammo for dog days. But if you want to get some ammo of your own, you got 13 races to bet on. A lot of opinions down in the paddock from the other 2 members of the Steam team, and their thoughts on this final card of 2023 are coming up in Today at the Races, brought to you by KFAN.
Thanks, everybody.
Alrighty, it's closing day at Canterbury Park. Welcome with Kevin Gorg. I'm Paul Allen. 13 races for you today. Bountiful wagering opportunities to close festivities. And I think it's interesting we have a common thread all the way back to late May. With the way things started, we began with big fields and a pick 5 carryover off opening weekend. And now we close with massive fields and a pick 4 carryover of 32,000 and change right here into this first race about 30 minutes from now. Good afternoon, Kevin. It should be fun.
Should be a great time. Unbelievable card, big fields, and now the handicapping puzzle got a little more treacherous with a sloppy track and a yielding turf, so even more work to do for all of us that handicap the races. And you mentioned full circle. I'll take that to another level. We were celebrating two Phils running a huge Kentucky Derby off a placing and a winning in the Shakopee Juvenile. Well, we'll have the Shakopee Juvenile here today, and as Jeff Madej and Angela just talked about, maybe there's another Derby horse in that field today. So going to be a lot of fun. The other horse I want to talk about real briefly before we get going is Dr. Oscar. He won here last weekend for Pete Madsen on Festival Day. He's had a couple of buyer figures this summer at Canterbury, a 104 and a 105. They are going to Glitzy Keeneland for a race next month. If that goes well, they might even supplement to the Breeders' Cup. So it's really cool that Dr. Oscar is here. And to me, he's the only favorite out of 13 races I can sit here and say he's going to be odds on and he's going to be tough to beat. And we worked a full summer together. That hasn't happened often.
So when we say the post-time pick 4 already has 32,000 in the pool, it begins in 30 minutes with race 1. If you're new to Canterbury here on closing day, a pick 4, it starts at 50 cents. It entails hitting the winners of 4 consecutive races. There has not been a better day all season to play this pick 4, post-time pick 4, beginning race number 1. Use as many or as few horses in each leg as you desire. Hit that pick 4, like Jeff said, we anticipate $200-ish thousand in the pool. Hopefully you get a large chunk of it. The turf course currently listed as yielding, and in race number 1, scratch number 8, Anna. Ann Ali, number 2, should be favored in this race. That's the filly I took on top. Who do you like and why?
I like her. You know, I think she's lone speed. I think if Honey Bella, the 6, wasn't entered here with Gallardo, who's a fantastic gate jockey, I think she'd be a stone-cold cinch. Because Honey Bella's in here, she might be vulnerable late. So I like Anna Lee a lot, but I think the pace is going to be legitimate. It's a yielding turf, so I'm going to go a little deep here. I'm going to go 4 horses deep on my ticket. I go 2, 5, 7, and 6.
Yeah, I have. I'm playing 2 pick 4 tickets on my biggest one. I'm just using 2 and 7. I'm going to use Anna Lee and Midnight Lane. Midnight Lane looks to win 3 in a row. My top 3 here are 2, 7, and 5. The Nelsons have arrived. Race number 2 is also on the turf. Scratch number 7, Happy Hour Bobby. And in this one certainly could be a little more wide open than the first. You have some very hard knocking types here. And what I mean is Channel 1 is a 9-year-old looking to win for a 3rd consecutive time. But like Mr. Banjo Man, Kevin's pick number 9, we didn't see that horse for like a year. And it looks like he's sitting on a massive race. You might get him at like 5-1. I think Marvelous Thunder offers really good value. I'm using 3 or 4 in here in my pick 4. Hap Hot makes his turf debut on the inside. He's unbelievably fast. So is St. Charles. Hurt So Good's trying to win 2 in a row. This could be a humdinger. I pick it 5-8-3.
Yeah, I go 5 deep on my ticket, which we'll get to once we wrap up this show. I'll run upstairs and get ready to go through that. I like Mr. Banjo Man a lot. 3rd off that long layoff, outside attack post, natural speed, helped by the scratch of the 7, Happy Hour Bobby. I think the 5 looms large, Channel 1. I think the 8 is a very sneaky horse with Kelsey Haar. So I go 9, 5, 8, and 10. I'm even going to mix the 3 onto my pick 4 ticket.
Yeah, see that 3 Hurt So Good, trained by Mac Robertson. Eduardo Gallardo has been his top rider all season. Eddie G shows up on this horse, 7 for 13 in the top 2 at the distance on the turf, 4 victories on the Canterbury Park turf course, and also a class drop. There's just so much speed in this race that, you know, at 5/8, at 5 furlongs, generally people look for the fastest of the fast because they think it's just so short to get to the finish line. line, when in reality, horses win this race from off the pace, like slightly off the pace. Hurt So Good, I don't know if it's that horse, but Hurt So Good at a big price, man. I'm glad you threw that one in.
He makes sense. He's 12-1, and even though I've got the other Mac horse, you mentioned it, Gallardo shows up here. The second race is an unbelievably fun betting race.
The third race is a maiden race, and in this one, we have no scratches and no rider changes. It's the first main track race. The main track currently listed as sloppy. Only one debutante in here. That's number 3. You can't get what you want. The Steam team, Angela, Kevin, and yours truly, this is a common occurrence this evening where we all three have different horses. Like here, I'm on number 5, it's me. Kevin's on number 10, Tammy Macho. Angela takes number 10, Dr. Z's Elsa. This is the penultimate leg of a pick 4 where you could be alive for thousands of dollars. Very, very key race. How many do you use and what do you do?
Yeah, you got to start paring it down here. I'm going to use 4 horses. I've got a 10-1 on top, as you mentioned. I like the 11, Tammy Macho. Turf to Dirt works for me with this horse. Claim for 75. Back in on the dirt. You get Germain. There's a lot of angles here, including an outside post that's going to give that jockey plenty of options. The 12 is the horse to beat for my money. This horse has the speed to get the lead in a crowded field of maidens. To me, that matters. So I go 11, 12, 4, and 5. But this is a race where you probably could hit the all button. I mean, this is another one of those mind-bending races where I wanted a price, and I've got it with the 11.
5, 6, 10 for me, and that's the minimum amount I'm going to use in that race. Now we get to the 4th race, and in the 4th, we go back to the turf course. This begins a pick 4 anew. So if the one in the first race gets blown out, races 1 or 2, get ready for race 4 and another pick 4, 50-cent wager, races 4, 5, 6, and 7. Number 4, Sweet Analyzer, is picked up by Daylor Barrios Lopez. There have been some wonderful stories this year. Jeff and Angela talked about it before they sent it down to us. Harry Hernandez, our leading rider. Joel Burnt, our leading trainer. But Daylor Barrios Lopez just started riding a little while ago, and he won a lot of races this year.
He did. He started the season red hot, was solid all the way through. He's a young rider with a bright future. And, you look at Canterbury on days like this, and you start to understand the depth of talent we have in that riding room. I'm going to tell you one name today to watch, and it's not the Bug Boy. He'll be fine. But Mouse's gal, Kelsey Haar, never gets bet. Has a bunch of chances today. She's going to win multiple races today, and they're going to be at prices. I don't know where they're going to be. We got 13 of them, but that tells you just how good this jockey colony is. And Mouse is down in the dumps right now as Gophers are getting run off the field out in Carolina way. We need Mouse and Kelsey to cash, and that's what I'm on today.
So in the 4th race, scratch number 7, 14, 15, and 16. 7, 14, and 15, and 16 are out. I'm using 5 of them in here.
Wow.
Now, top 3, I pick at 5, 11, 1. 5, 11, 1, but I'm using 1, 2, 5, 6, 11, 12. 1, 2, 5, 6, 11, 12. KG and I are both on number 5, Found Jordan.
Today's the day for Found Jordan, and I'm going to need Found Jordan to hit this pick 4 because I used so many horses early, I had to single somewhere. And I do think this horse has a big chance to win. So the second place finishes, the hanging around at 4 to 5 bug me a little bit, but I just don't see enough in here that scares me, and I see pace, and the horse is going to come running. 5 is my single, 5, 2, and 1.
That's sweet. All right, race number 5, scratch number 2, Yo Dog. Race 5, scratch number 2, Yo Dog. So we're down to 7 here. Kevin's on number 1, Tactical Attack. I'm going to try number 7, Run Today. With no real conviction, you got this one's 12-1 on the morning line.
Yeah.
So let's say 8-1 on the morning line if you're going to balance it out after the scratch. What do you like about this one?
Well, I like the inside speed at 5.5. I mean, this is a horse that last time out was chasing Macho Rocco, who is so very fast. Went 22 flat in a 5-furlong race. We come back with a pair of bullet workouts in sneaky fashion for a sneaky barn with Izzy Hernandez. Yeah, I like the 1 a lot here. 12-1. I go 1, 7, and 5.
And that's the beauty of horse racing. See you, Johnny. Thanks for everything. I like number 7, Run Today, a lot. In fact, this is going to be a win bet for me if I can get 5-2 or higher. The improvement last time was palpable, and the speed factor's good. The final time at 3/4 was good. So I like number 7, Run Today for Mattress Mac. I like that outside post, and we're 3rd off the layoff, ascending in class, which is not a bad thing. 7, 3, and 6. Now, race number 6, and this one is 5 furlongs on the turf. So when they approach the top of the stretch, we will be at the midway point of the closing day card. That's how many races and just how thick and rich it is with intrigue today. Scratch number 4, Jamaica Mistake on the turf, beginning of pick 5 on races 6 through 10. I'm on number 5, Violent River. KG takes number 9, Wind Trip. And the leading rider, Harry Hernandez, has the morning line favorite, Briartown. This one is 0 for 12, a 2-1 morning line favorite. It gets Harry, but Kevin and I are in the business of beating horses who are favored at 0 for 12. So therefore, I'm going to try Violent River, and you're going to try Wind Trip.
Yeah, I'm going to try Wind Trip, who's never raced on the turf. So we'll see how that yielding turf course is playing. I hope it's playing to speed because this guy's got plenty of it. And I'll trust Mac Robertson. Izzy Hernandez, chance to win back-to-back races on my card. I go 9, 2, and 8.
And it's going to be 5, 8, 9 for me with Violent River, unseen since March, trained by Mac Robertson. So therefore, coming up to the race, we only have 2 works, but the pattern looks to be good. Last work, the 7th, come back on the 16th. And these are not $65,000 maidens from Oakland Park. I just think this is a wide open race. I think I'm going to get about 3 to 1 on Mac and Eddie G. So I don't like this one with any type of conviction, especially with some unpredictable first-time starters to the outside. Joel Burnt has one in Haunted Haze that I know has early speed, just lost at 7-2. But I'm going to go 5, 8, 9, and in the pick 5, definitely going to use more than that. Now, the 7th race, this one is on the turf. Once again, that turf is yielding as of now. Main track sloppy as of now. Scratch numbers 10, 14, 15, and 16. 10, 14, 15, and 16 are out. Number 13 in sneaky fashion gets into the race. Super Wise with Eduardo Gallardo. I mean, this race was so very difficult to handle. The one Kevin's on is at 6 to 1 on the morning line. The one Angela likes, 8 to 1 on the morning line. The one I like, Bridgie, 6 to 1 on the morning line on the turf. Thick Hayes, 5, 6, 3 for me. What about you?
Yeah, this is a big race. This is a real pivotal race. I like the 3 here. I don't love the class drop, but the fact that Harry Hernandez is riding, we have a workout, and we have lone speed. We have a horse that's run at the $10,000 level. Yeah. I'm okay with it, but the layoff is conspicuous. We haven't seen Mountain Pine since July the 20th. That is a little bit of a red flag. So this is a race. If you like the horse that I like, the 3 in race 7, you're going to want to come to the paddock and see how the horse looks. Is the horse looking good in the flash? We'll talk about that in our paddock preview because I cannot bet the 3 without at least seeing the horse in the paddock. That's why I'm going to probably go 4 or 5 deep on my pick 5. I go 3, 5, 4, and 9.
Yeah, and I think number 10, Zuma Rudy, is very sneaky in this race. The one Angela picked, Go for Gold. I'm telling you, I mean, if that horse is 8 to 1, then I'm going to forget my Thick Hayes bet, and I'm going to bet that one to win. Go for Gold gets good in pairs. And also the mile 70 is what's a bit of a concern for me. But Go for Gold, if you go through the past performances, especially at Canterbury, June 17th, victory, came back next time second, then third, fourth, second last time. This horse just gets good in pairs, which means he should run well again today at a pretty fat price. 5, 6, 3 for me. Again, how many are needed here in the exotics? Like race number 7, how many do you?
I'm using 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 in my pick 5, and I'm not sure I have enough.
Yeah, that's a very good angle. Race number 8, Tom Metzen HBPA Sprint Stakes, named for the late, great Tom Metzen. Scratch number 3, Sir Wellington. For me, that's a massive scratch. Number 2, Dr. Oscar, is going to be heavily favored in this race. He would have in the first place, but he's no longer surrounded by speed. With Sir Wellington to his outside, Crocodile Tears to his inside, I felt pretty good that up to the top of the stretch, there were at least 2 that could really, really, really make the doctor work. And if you look at Dr. Oscar, he'll run 2 really good ones, and then, he'll run an okay one. Look, I mean, he's 9 for 19 with earnings of $321,000. He's by far the one to beat. Now I think it's incredibly difficult to beat him with Sir Wellington out of the race. 2, 6, 7.
Most likely winner on the card today is Dr. Oscar. But before you unload your mortgage payment, he did race here last weekend in a race he had been pointing to all season. So once again, I'm going to urge you to come to the paddock and see what he looks like. They've got bigger plans in store for Dr. Oscar, like Keeneland, maybe a Breeders' Cup Sprint. But if he's on his game today, they're all running for second. 2, 6, and 4, the 6 being the sneaky horse in the exotics.
So the ninth race is the Shakopee Juvenile, and it's for $50,000. As Jeff and Angela pointed out, last year this race was won by a horse named Two Phils. All right, people see Two Phils win a race in the cornfields, and they're like, we're happy for you. Until he runs second in the Kentucky Derby and looked like he might win at the top of the stretch.
Yeah.
So you never know what kind of a horse is going to come out of this race. Personally speaking, I don't necessarily see anything quite Two Phils-ish in this race, but you still got the rest of their 2-year-old lives and then their early part of their 3-year-old career. 3, 6, 4 for me. I take General Battle Axe. Angela picked this horse last time in the Northern Lights Futurity.
Man, huge.
Ran great from the inside at 14-1. Q comes right back on the horse. I picked the horse second last time. Frosty View, the horse who beat General Battle Axe, trained by Joel Byrne, won the race pretty comfortably. Always has been considered a very nice horse by Joel and his staff. That 112-1 probably needed to be a little faster, but maybe the track was deep. Who knows? It's 3, 6, 4 for me. 3, 6, 4 for me. KG supporting the girl, beating the boys.
Yeah, I like the filly against the boys, and here's what I'm going to tell you right now. Bourbon Aficionado is a really nice racehorse, but we talked about this about 15 minutes ago. Eduardo Gallardo gets first call for Mac Robertson. He gets off that one to ride this filly. I think she's nice. I think the horses that have come back to finish behind her have all come back to run big. I think she runs big and beats the boys. 6-3, 1-7.
All right, let's get on with that 10th race. This begins the pick 4 on the final 4 live races this spring, summer at Canterbury. It's only 50 cents. And again, the first one begins about 15 minutes from now with 32,000 already in the pool via the carryover. We expect hundreds of thousands of dollars in this pick 4 pool. It behooves you, even if you're just picking numbers, to do a little pick 4 on races 1 through 4 just in case. The 10th race, scratch number 9, Bayou Benny, kind of a key scratch. Horse had a chance to win, personally speaking. I was looking forward to betting against him. Scratch number 9, Bayou Benny. I try number 6, Wise Verdict. The reason I try Wise Verdict is I know what I'm going to get from him at this level. Now, he just ran on the turf, and he lost to Angel's Magic, nice horse. Stagecoach Boys, nice horse. Before that, he was out by himself on the lead, but the way he finished was just beautiful. I mean, the final time, 38-3, was okay. Before that, he comes out of a fast 6.5. I think he fits here. He's 2 for 6 at the distance. A wet track is not a problem for him. I happen to like this horse quite a bit. 6-11-5.
Yeah, the 6 is a really cool gambling horse if you're going to play exactas, tries, and supers. I see your angle, and the horse fits nicely. I'm going to try the 11. I like outside speed. I like Burnell Roan, and I like the fact that this horse has a couple wins at 6.5, but I don't need a price. Like, this horse better be at least 3-1 or higher. I'm going to shop somewhere else, maybe Paul Allen's angle there. So I'll go 11, 3, 7, and 4.
And with race number 11, this begins the final pick 3 of the 2023 season. My angle here, KG, because you have so many horses who had just like run 2 turns on the turf, they're running 2 turns, you got the cutback angle and everything, is number 4, Warrior Boss. I picked it 4-9-3. 4, 9, and 3. 4 and 3 for sure, but 4, 9, and 3, they're sprinters. This is what they do. So you have horses cutting back. You have horses coming off the turf. You got a lot of different angles to have here. But Warrior Boss, Public Safety, and Sam Says, they sprint. This is what they do. They know what's in front of them. So I took it 4-9-3, Warrior Boss on top.
Yeah, this is a fun race. I'm going to fall into the 11. Run Leah Run, who's 12-1. Hoping that sprint 2 back is who this horse is, because I think there's enough pace with the 7 and Sam Says the 9 specifically to set up for a closer. I'll go 11, 13, and 9.
The penultimate for the 2023 season is race number 12. Scratch numbers 2, 4, and 13. 2, 4, 13 are out. Ooh, sneaky 14 jumps in there with Derby from the also eligibles. 8, 10, 11 for me. Cinco Majestic, my top selection. There were 2 opportunities in here for Alfredo Barajas, who's won 16 races at least. And both the Silva horses I gave outside chances to. He ended up on this one, quite honestly. I just think this thing is super wide open. El Encanto got a lot of late win wagering action when he debuted. Fully expect him to improve. Tell him I'm coming. Could be one of those Kelseys that Kevin talked about earlier. But end of the equation, I'm going to try Cinco Majestic. Sharp improvement in last. Good early speed. 8, 10, 11.
I'm going 5 deep on my pick 5, so this is a wide open race, and I've got a pair of first-timers, first and second. I'm going to try the Lothenbach horse, the 7, caught off guard. I think this horse might be a nice one. The workouts say the horse has some talent. 7, 11, 1, and 8.
And the final live race of the 2023 season has some hard-knocking claimers doing battle. 11 of them, scratch number 7, Color Me Legendary. I bet number 3, Kurt's Choice last time, and I think I'm going to get even better this time. The horse didn't win last time, but I think Kurt's Choice is sitting on a good one at about 3-1. 3-2-12 for me.
I was torn between the 1 and the 12, and Schmooze is a real nice horse, but that inside post at 6.5 is no bargain. I'm going to fall into Harry Hernandez, putting a cherry on top of a Jock's title ice cream sundae. I'm going to go 12, 1, 6, and 3, but do not sleep on Schmooze.
Hey, everybody. On behalf of Canterbury's management team, also our TV department, which is second to none, and those in the Dark Star press box, for Kevin Gorg and Angela Herman, I'm Paul Allen. Thank you very much for joining us whenever you did. Best of luck this evening. Play that post-time pick 4, and be cool if you hit it by yourself. Good luck. Sir Leonard Dykert with the first call to the post for closing day at CBY. Racing is provided by Continental Diamond and the Minnesota Lottery, and they walk onto the track for the first, heading to a turf course listed as yielding. Scratch number 8, Anna. This one begins the post time pick 4. That's a 50-cent wager on the first 4 races. We have a carryover of $32,160 already in the pool. $32,160 already in the kitty before wagers today. The post-time pick 4 currently $82,000. So play that post-time pick 4 as they head to the gate and the turf course for race number 1. We also thank Appalatos, Ashley Home Store, Continental Diamond, Jim Beam, Kim Crawford Wines, Quick Trip, Loeffler, Maker's Mark, Minnesota Lottery, Michelob Ultra, and Pepsi. The featured groups include Joyce's Birthday, Dental Kids Pediatric Dentistry, Leafs Surprise 40th, the Maelstrom Birthday Group, and the Christensen Chorus Wedding Party. Be to the gate very shortly. Bet more, win more.
All right, time for the post-time pick 4. You can see on your television monitors that pool continues to grow. The board says 0 minutes to post, but we got started late with our post parade, so do note that we're going to do a little bit of that 0 minute to post shuffle here to get everybody their time to get the wagers in. We've got a big crowd here, so the lines are long. Be efficient. Here's the ticket I have put together. I'm going to use 2, 5, 6, and 7 here in the first, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10 in the second, 4, 5, 11, 12 in the third. You can pare it down. If you want to, the 2 could be a single here, my top pick in the race. The middle 2 legs, I think you're going to want to spread. And I'm going to single in the final leg. I am going to single a horse that's run second 3 consecutive times, but I do think today's the day for Found Jordan. We'll see how that yielding turf is playing, but Found Jordan should get a good trip, probably 4 or 5 lengths off the pace. This ticket I put together is a $40 ticket. Like Paul Allen said, if you're new to the pick 4, put some numbers together, get a ticket in, because by the time the wagering gets finished up with that carryover, we're talking 6 figures here. And we've seen this happen way back to opening weekend where a pick 5 paid over 6 figures. We've seen pick 4s pay $30,000 plus. This is a ticket you're going to want to be a part of, whether it's mine or your own. Do not miss the post-time pick 4. They will be at the gate and ready to race probably in at least a minute or 2. And you've got enough time right now to put some tickets together. We also have an all-turf pick 5 that starts here. Lots of fun, lots of wagers. Post-time pick 4 coming up and coming at you next.
Here's a scratch in the 8th race being announced for the first time. Race 8, the Metzen. Scratch number 4, the Alligator Hunter. So race 8, scratch numbers 3 and 4. No superfecta wagering in that 8th race. As they approach the starting gate for the first closing day. It's post time for the first of 13 closing day at Canterbury Park. We begin the post time pick four with a nation low 10% takeout. The pick four pool right around 100 grand at last check. Good luck, and here they are. And they're racing closing day at CBY. And the hot favorite, Anna Lee, with the leading jockey, Harry Hernandez. They immediately jump the field and open up by 3. Honeybella's next, about 1.5 clear from Check Cashing Connie in her turf debut. Midnight Lane attempting to win 3 in a row. 3 wide around the turn, 6 behind Anna Lee, and about 2.5, 3 clear from Cali Bally. Delusional Dream is last of all as they head up the Canterbury Park barn side. Anna Lee does it reasonably and does it by herself. It's Anna Lee 5. In second, Honeybella. After that, Midnight Lane, now a clear third. Check Cashing Connie is joined by Cali Bally. They're 7 lengths behind Anna Lee and Harry, and about 5 clear from Delusional Dream. And now they head into the far turn. They're quite well strung out. Anna Lee trying to take them wire to wire and do so at 4 to 5 to begin the post time pick 4. She leads by 5. In second, Honeybella ships all in. Midnight Lane is roused for more run. Cali Bally's not doing anything. After that, Check Cashing Connie and Delusional Dream is looking at a nightmare, and they're all looking at Anna Lee still leading it comfortably. Anna Lee 5, second, Honeybella way back to Check Cashing Connie, and on the outside, Check Cashing Connie's closing with Cali Bally, but this is Anna Lee. This is Wire to Wire. Number 2, Anna Lee, dominated. 2-6 and a photo. 136.49 the final time. The numbers 2, 6, 3, 5. Post time pick 4 pool 209. 209 for the post time pick 4 pool. Post time pick 4, $241,000 after the carryover. 209 in it today, plus the 32 from Wednesday, 241. Good luck. And the first is official. First superfecta, top four finisher, $7.53. The first $1 exacta, $6.10. And the first 50-cent trifecta, $19.35. It was chalk all odds. Quite the talented filly approaching the winner's enclosure. 3 victories from 5 starts. She is Ann Ali, and the winning rider is our leading rider with his 51st victory this season. He's Harry Hernandez. The winning owners, Cheryl Sprick and Richard Bramer. The winning trainer, Mike Beeler. Anna Lee is a 3-year-old brown filly by midshipman from the Evansville Slough mare, Annie Akeley. Bred in Minnesota by the winning owners, Richard Bramer and Cheryl Sprick. Race number 2 keeps us on the turf course. Once again, it is yielding. The rails all the way in. Scratch number 7, Happy Hour Bobby. The second race, courtesy of Appalatos, the official vehicle supplier to Canterbury Park, and also Think Minnesota Realty and thinkminnesota.com. Race number 2 is about 20 minutes from now. Welcome to closing day at Canterbury Park. And they're racing closing day at CBY. And the hot favorite, Anna Lee, with the leading jockey, Harry Hernandez. They immediately jump the field and open up by 3. Honeybella's next, about 1.5 clear from Check Cashing Connie in her turf debut. Midnight Lane attempting to win 3 in a row. 3 wide around the turn, 6 behind Anna Lee, and about 2.5, 3 clear from Cali Bally. Delusional Dream is last of all as they head up the Canterbury Park barn side. Anna Lee does it reasonably and does it by herself. It's Anna Lee 5. In second, Honeybella. After that, Midnight Lane, now a clear third. Check Cashing Connie is joined by Cali Bally. They're 7 lengths behind Anna Lee and Harry, and about 5 clear from Delusional Dream. And now they head into the far turn. They're quite well strung out. Ann Ali trying to take them wire to wire and do so at 4 to 5 to begin the post time pick 4. She leads by 5. In second, Honeybella ships all in. Midnight Lane is roused for more run. Cali Bally's not doing anything. After that, Check Cashing Connie and Delusional Dream is looking at a nightmare, and they're all looking at Anna Lee still leading it comfortably. Anna Lee 5, second, Honeybella way back to Check Cashing Connie, and on the outside, Check Cashing Connie's closing with Cali Bally. But this is Anna Lee. This is Wire to Wire.
Welcome out to the paddock. Kevin Gorg, one of your track analysts here. We've got Angela Herman that will join you for the next race, and we've got a pick 4 that starts with over $200,000 to play for, and a lot of people, maybe almost everybody still alive, is Anna Lee and our top jockey Harry Hernandez take them all the way on the front end. Race 2, a turf sprint. This does not look very formful. This looks like a much tougher handicapping puzzle to solve. We've got a lot of horses to talk about, so let's get right to it. We'll start with number 1, the ultra speedy Hapot. This is a really nice Minnesota bred who's done all of his running on the main track. But before you discount this horse, understand that the turf bloodlines are there, and it's a very good trainer in Tony Rengsdorf. So Constantino Roman rides. This horse is super fast out of the gate. I would expect this horse to take to the grass, and if he runs his type of A-game race, he absolutely can win. Hapot on the board at 7-1. Number 2 is St. Charles. Adamar Santos gets the call for Chris Richard. 2 of his 3 career victories are on this Canterbury turf course. Has speed, doesn't need the lead. And that may be the key because there's a lot of speed in this race. Maybe the 2 can sit just off the pace and pounce. Fits with this group, and 15-1. Number 3 is Hurt So Good. Mac Robertson's go-to rider, Eduardo Gallardo, shows up here. Now, that does concern me because I've got the other Mac horse on top. This horse looks great in the paddock. A bullet work since his last start, and with the go-to rider there, I could not resist at least putting this horse on my pick 4 ticket. 4 is Macho Rocco for Robertino Diodoro. The Q, Alonso Quinones gets the call. Another horse that's been primarily running on the dirt. So when a good barn switches to the turf, you got to pay attention. The old adage in horse racing is cloudy day, bet the gray. If you believe it, you're going to get 8-1 on Macho Rocco. 5 horse is Channel 1. If odds didn't matter, I think this is the most likely winner of the race. He gets speed to run it. He's a proven closer on turf, and he's a win machine with 13 wins from 60 starts. That's all good news. The other side of the equation is he's going to be 2-1 or 5-2 in a crowded field where he'll need the right trip. We'll see if maybe the best turf jockey in the Midwest, Jermaine Bridgmahan, can figure it out. 6 is Speedy. It's Love My Jimmy, the Bug Boy. Barrios Lopez for Robertino Diodoro. Third off the layoff, will be winging it early, and I think the money this horse is taking is the real story. This horse is getting bet 9-2 right now up on the board. 8 is Marvelous Thunder. Jay Litza in the Tribune and Angela Herman love this horse. 2 really good handicappers. Kelsey Haar. I've got her on multiple wins today. Here's Kelsey, big chance here at a big price, 7-1 for Bobby Klein. That horse is also on my ticket, as is my top pick, and I'm getting 13-1 on the Banjo Man, Mr. Banjo Man. Outside attack post, third off the layoff, and Izzy. I love Izzy. I think Izzy is sitting on some big wins today as well. Samurai Mike is the 10. Do not sleep on the 10. I mentioned all the speed. Here's a proven closer that will be charging. If you're going to put together tries and supers, do not leave the 10 off your tickets. I think he gets at least a slice of this at a fair betting number of 5-1. Today we have a lot of really good betting races, and we have a big crowd. So one of those days where you got to make some tough decisions and you got to get to the window early. It's a turf sprint. Who do you like? What a fabulous betting race. Turf sprinters going 5 furlongs. They'll be at the gate in around 8, and then they're going to get it on.
Onto the track, then a yielding turf course for the second race, scratch number 7, Happy Hour Bobby, to the gate about 5 minutes from now.
Hello from down in the winner's circle. It's the last day, but it's Oktoberfest today too, at least out here at Canterbury Park. So we have a Stein holding contest before the second. Got a couple of guys out here, a lot of muscle and a lot of beer behind them. And the rules are pretty simple, guys. Got to keep your arms straight out in front of you and can't spill any beer, can't drop the mugs or you're disqualified. The winner will get a $20 in scratch-offs and a TJ Hooligans gift card. If you can't hold those up, well, we might give you some admission passes for next year. But whenever you're ready, grab your steins and let's see who can hold them the longest. All right, straight ahead. Go! Oh no, we got spillage already? Well, okay, that was in the first 5 seconds, that's okay. Could go on for a while, couldn't it? Kevin, Paul, I'm not sure what commentary to throw in here. There's really not a whole bunch for this, but both of you have more experience than I do.
All right, Canterbury faithful, Kevin Gorg and Angela Herman up here in the prestigious Canterbury Park Press Box TV studio. Want to say a quick hello to my good friend Mason Shaw and some of his Minnesota Wild buddies. They're out here tonight toiling away on Oktoberfest at Canterbury. Good luck, Mason, and all the guys downstairs. Angela, this is an actual race that was scheduled for the turf. We just saw an unbelievable payout. We got to say congrats to some people that had that $1,500 exacta for $1 and the dime super
or $2
that paid $36,000. So we promised fireworks on this 13 race card, and by golly, we got them.
Yeah, definitely not in the manner that we expected to get them, but bing, bang, boom. The third with some huge payouts on the surface switch over to the turf. You don't see that very often. And now on the fourth, we were scheduled to be on the turf. We do have some changes, but we still have a full field. And they'll go over a yielding turf course that obviously is just fine with front runners. Smart Leah maybe setting the game plan for some of these in here, because on paper, there wasn't an overabundance of early speed.
Oh, just a couple horses, and the steam horse is the 2. And I have the horse second. You've got the horse in the mix. Track Phantom, our good friend, Dave Valento has the horse on top. And Lewis has inside speed, getting the blinkers on. Right. And I think the 9, Cat on the Prowl with Carmona, those are the 2 horses that I thought would benefit if this turf – and we don't know, but we did watch the horse in the first race go sprinter speed, Anna Lee, and just cruise to a win. Speed looks like it's very good on this turf. So I would keep that in mind while you're making your wagers. Earlier, when I was handicapping this card, 4 or 5 days ago, I thought Found Jordan is just a horse that was sitting on a win. Not the kind of horse I love to tout or bet, because we've got a 4-5 loss last time. We've got multiple placings in races where the horse probably should have won. But if this horse is not going to be favored and this horse is going to drift up from 5-2, I may get involved with maybe a part wheel in the exacta or trifecta, putting Found Jordan on top.
Interesting. I don't think the Found Jordan is going to stay at 4-1, but if he does, that's square enough for Found Jordan, and he is one that does have some confirmed turf ability over this course. That's invaluable with some of these horses who don't have a whole bunch of turf experience. But we just have an announcement, Kevin.
Yeah, we just had the stewards actually come into the TV studio here, so we're getting this data in real time, but it sounds like the races have now actually been postponed. So think of it this way: when you go to the ballpark, whether it's a Twins game or around the country, and the surface has taken on some rain, the athletes that are involved are the ones that matter most. And we're looking at safety of the equine athletes, safety of our jockeys, the men and women that ride these horses for entertainment. And trust me, we've been working throughout the day into the night to make sure this surface was playable and safe, and the jockeys are the ones that really know what is going on out there. We're all making observations from the press box. You're all out there having a good time watching, but if it's not safe for the horses and jockeys, we cannot run, and that's, Angela, the situation we're in right now, unfortunately.
Yes, and they are the ones who are out there on the ground and are the ones that tell us whether or not it's going to be safe for them, whether it's going to be safe for the horses, and that's where we're at right now. They are leaving the paddock for race number 4. Stay tuned. We will have more information about payouts and other things with these Canterbury races momentarily.
As you can see on TV monitors, Oktoberfest festivities will continue through the night. So you're welcome to stay here at Canterbury and enjoy our Oktoberfest presentation. Of course, we have the Canterbury Casino and racing from around the country. Stand by for mutual related information. The information on wagers being refunded is trickling into us. For now, we know everything from race 4 on is refundable. Everything from race 4 on, refundable. The all-turf pick 5, which began with race number 1, is a complete refund because we only ran 2 legs. So the all-turf pick 5 is a refund that began in race 1. For the post time pick 4 and the race 2 pick 3, stand by.